This Kansas City Chiefs team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up on UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
What's up, guys? This is Carson Steele. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, Sagging the Money Graham, with my partner on picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Chat's on fire already, Sean.
They're fired up.
Can I also point out that it is hilarious to me that Spuds is sitting here with smelling salts,
Yes.
looking like he showed up to the party with a little baggie.
I didn't realize it does come up. Yeah, he's got his little. We've been huge advocates of the smelling salts. The NFL. It sounded like they were going to ban them. Then they realized, oh hey, as long as we're not personally liable, you guys coding it
Just
with
can't
the smelling
pay
salts.
for them.
Joining us in studio from the Sorry We Love Football podcast, available wherever you get fine podcasts, Chiefs super fan Danny Solomon. Danny, what's happening?
Not too much. I'm so excited to be here. I feel like I'm on smelling salts right now. Just excited for this new season. We can throw out the old season.
So this has been the first time in some time where we didn't have a kick our feet up on the table.
Yeah,
time to talk about football.
We
again,
had a couple
guys.
years of cocky Danny. Even I remember one preview is like, they don't need to win the Super Bowl every year, and I was like, oh, this man is drunk with power.
We gave you one. You deserved it.
Oh,
It was a good. The revenge game was pretty awesome. Obviously, as an Eagles fan, I don't know what to say. We kicked your ass, but the Kansas City Chiefs back, and it's going to be interesting. The Chiefs. I think people want to.
I was just going to ask Sean what part of the ass kicking he took part in.
Well,
there was a we use.
Well, you can
I always
yeah.
use we. And I asked Chris. I asked Chris Long this.
Yeah.
I go, is it okay if I use we? And he said, yeah, it was okay.
We're giving them the power with our fandom, with our cheers and our creepy DMs.
Yes.
We're giving
I mean,
them.
yeah, sure they were out on the field, but I've given my entire life to the Philadelphia Eagles for free. Yeah, Chris Long shows up. He had a couple good years, but he's getting paid millions of dollars. Who cares more about the Eagles than me? It is we. It is, the athletes are kind of the least important part. Shout out to them. But hey, they come and go. At the end of the day, I'll always be here. I'll always be an Eagles fan. So yes, I do say we. Everyone, you're not a part of the team. Of course I'm part of the team. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm ready to run through a brick wall for this team.
Yeah,
I'm ready to run through a brick wall for you.
Let's go.
I was just asking give me a moment since you were on the team. Yeah, you had a moment. You got defensive. I understand.
Where are we? Oh, we got to update the phrase that pays. Of course, we are giving out one word per episode, 32 words. Put them in order. One team preview per episode. Put it together. 32 word phrase. And then submit that phrase. One lucky winner gets $1,000 circa NFL future. This episode's word is championship.
Whoa.
As in the Chiefs almost won the championship. Although it wasn't really that close, but championship is this episode's word. And yes, I did forget the Lions episode. The word was so go back and add that. Thank you to the chat. You guys should have reminded me in the moment.
Well, now we know whose side they're on. Sean. Your precious chat.
And of course, also pack break tomorrow. Are you into? I don't know if you would be into this, Danny, but did you stumble at all into the card collecting world?
No. What is it?
It's back. Well, we like threw baseball cards at the wall or whatever the game was when our parents were growing up. Cards are back. The pandemic brought cards back.
So it's pretty electric, and we've partnered up with Daps. We're doing one tomorrow at 7:00. It's card collecting meets gambling. So he comes in. He's a big card guy, and he's got some bags.
Auctioneer, but sports cards.
Okay.
And he's got autographed jerseys and all this stuff. And then they call it ripping packs. They open up the packs, and then what you do, you buy the team ahead of time, right? So I bought the Eagles. Kramer buys the Giants, and then every card
when it comes out
that pops out, you get that card. So you're hoping.
Okay.
Now this is the 2024 team, so I don't. You would probably be hoping for like a Xavier Worthy rookie card because that. And we'll talk about Xavier Worthy. I am high on Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy, you get those sweet rookie cards. Now, obviously, like the quarterbacks, your Drake Mays, the Patriots are kind of like a pricier team because those rookies are getting a bunch of hype.
Yeah, so Chiefs are like a mid-range
Yeah.
team, which is because of Worthy, probably.
Yeah,
But you also have the opportunity to get the other Chiefs that have
or
potentially
the
some
non-rookies
value.
are pretty sweet, and they I think last time we hit like a autograph patch or something.
Anyway,
It's fun.
the main thing is that this guy is just like everything you could imagine of whatever skill or charisma that it takes to be a great auctioneer. Like he's got us pulled in, and then we're pulling stuff out, and you're like your blood's flowing. You know what I mean? And so yeah, and the gambling aspect is like you're paying for a team, and if you hit, like whoever got the Commanders last time probably hit like 10x what they paid for.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels showed up. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I find interesting about this is we, as a people, we said the pandemic happened. Everyone was locked in their computers. NFTs like blew the fuck up. We're like, fuck real life collectibles.
Yeah,
right.
Only
NFT.
digital stuff that has blockchain, cryptocurrency, blah blah blah. And then one day, poof, all the rugs were pulled and sports cards are back.
Sports cards are still hanging around.
And the best part of it is, for me, this is hilarious because if you grew up in the 90s or 80s and 90s and you went to card shows or computer shows, they had one thing in common. They had the CD
Creepy old
corner
dudes. Oh,
with the porn
adults
collection.
only.
Right. Yeah.
The corner where you could get it was like floppy disks of porn.
And I
Right.
did. I have
Jenna
gone-
Jameson rookie card.
hard drives of porn, magazines. Yeah.
It was hilarious because I went to a couple computer shows in my nerdier days, and you would go and there would be like a black blanket over the CDs, and then the guy would like pull it back.
Just
There'd be like a Leisure Suit Larry video game.
Guys
there.
just burning CDs of just seedy early
to
internet
sell
porn.
to young teens.
Still to this day, thank God for those people out there doing the Lord's work, cutting together compilations.
Yeah.
There's real artists out there.
Well, it's like they are doing the hard work of editing,
Right. I mean, it's a night's worth of work.
and then also they are giving you the
Well,
good
those
parts.
are the jobs AI is coming for, right?
Oh,
like
wow.
they're just good luck.
Oh,
AI.
wow. I mean, literally.
Oh man.
AI is going to really, I mean, you think about if AI truly is educating itself off of our internet.
You guys will love
It's
this.
going to really know how to do a lot of sexual shit. Like those first robots are going to be deviants.
Oh, they're gonna be.
Just, I've studied all of Pornhub. I know exactly what to do, ma'am.
That's probably a little too much. Let's talk about the 2024 Chiefs.
Oh, fuck bot.
And then we'll get to the schedule and then our best bets. 2024 Chiefs. Kramer, what did we have the Chiefs?
all right.
So I had them 12-5.
there we
Kramer
go.
13-4. They ended up going 15-2.
Which I think I predicted on this show.
I think you do.
I
You
can
were
confirm.
You were comically high, but you
We
nailed it.
document everything.
8-9 ATS. We all had them going over their win total. They did. And
All right. So yeah, 13-4.
Okay, so even I was low on what we actually
13-4.
accomplished.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun bets in there, but the bet also worth remembering. This was the last team we previewed last year.
yes.
Yes. So not
Highest-
the last team we're previewing this year.
Now,
No.
speaking of getting jerked off,
Yeah.
you got to do your Eagles episode.
Oh,
you
yeah.
earned it. You earned it.
Oh, it's gonna be excellent.
Now there's a lot of, I mean, again, looking at their 15-2 record, and I say the same thing for the Lions. Like this team will regress. I don't think they're going to win 15 games again. I mean, they were 11-0 in one score games, 5-0 in games less than 3 points. I mean, and one of their losses was when they rested their starters for that last game against the Broncos. They
Let
got
Bo Nix get a whole bunch of stats
yeah.
that Sean gets to use.
I
when
like
he's
I
touting.
like Bo Nix, but I mean, it's crazy. Like they were on the edge there of going for the perfect regular season, but also like they just kept winning by the skin of their teeth. You want to talk about that Broncos game? Broncos had like an easy game-winning field goal to make. They blocked the field goal. They just kept kind of
the Raiders snap fumble game.
Oh my God.
I mean, there was a lot of shenanigans going. I mean, even the overtime against Baker was a crazy game that we could have lost.
Yeah.
And the game we lost was one Josh Allen touchdown run away from us. I mean, that was a back and forth game even until the end.
Yeah, no, you certainly, I think I had Chiefs in the points in that game against the Bills. And yeah, I mean, certainly they were in that and had a chance to win. So they're going to not, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be as good.
Pythag had him at 12.
Yeah.
I think the estimated win metric had him at 13. Regardless, they punched a little, but also, anytime you get an outlier outcome like 15 wins, those numbers are going to look like that. It's rare to have the underlying numbers look. I mean, unless you're truly one of the most dominant teams of all time, which they were not. But if you think about how much we were questioning this team throughout the season as they just racked up wins, it was like, what are we doing here? If anything, there's almost no chance the offense is a worse version this year. There's almost a 0% chance that's the probability.
I mean, we had Joe Thuney starting at tackle, not just in the Super Bowl, but for the last 4 or 5 games of the season. I mean, it was a bad situation on the line when Kingsley Suamataia flamed out and we had to move him to the bench and everything got shuffled around and we were still winning games. It was crazy.
Yeah, and then Josh Simmons, the tackle they drafted from Ohio State, who fell because of injury concerns, and then he shows up at the Chiefs, and all of a sudden he looks pretty healthy so far. Danny, I'm seeing you light up.
This is best.
I imagine you're pretty psyched. And just going back to the Super Bowl where we destroyed the Chiefs. The Chiefs have hit the wall when they don't have a good or above average offensive line. Like look back at that Bucks Super Bowl loss. Why? It's because they got their offensive line got lit up. And if this offensive line can be a little bit better than last year, and you get a little bit, I think Xavier Worthy is primed for a really good year, and certainly a lot of everything he did in the Super Bowl is garbage time. The game was over, but I'm high on Xavier Worthy, and if you get that offensive line, I think maybe the running backs, like that's something that's not super exciting. Where are you at with your running backs?
If Isaiah Pacheco isn't back, because he had a broken leg, he was coming off of that. He played the last few games and didn't look good. So, we had a bad situation there. He's back the year after the year that he got injured. He could be just like he was the previous couple of seasons where he was a very serviceable, top 20 fantasy pick kind of guy.
Yeah.
If we have that, then yeah, it's fine. We barely run the ball. I mean, you've had Andy Reid as a coach.
No, well, and you have Patrick Mahomes. Why would you run the ball? Certainly Travis Kelce, kind of a bit of a decline. You look at his yards after the catch.
He was fat. Even he'll say it. He was fat and happy.
Yeah.
And that's always bad. I mean, it's really, he was in love. That is the worst.
No one needs that.
Yeah.
But he's still in love, and him showing up. We got to get to the haircut again. There's 2 off-season haircuts. One, Patrick Mahomes. It was like after a breakup, that Eagles Super Bowl loss. He's like, I need a new haircut. I need a fresh start.
Good.
And then Kelce got growing his hair out long for the his friendship bracelets and for the T Swifties.
This is pure hypocrisy because all you Eagles fans want to jump on the fact that Nick Sirianni, after you guys were like 2-2 or whatever it was, shaves his head. All of a sudden, everything opens up. The offense opens up. The defense is lights out. Yeah, I mean, maybe a haircut is a good thing for team chemistry.
It mixes things up.
In some cultures, women cut their hair right after giving birth to cleanse themselves.
There you go.
I'm not
gave birth to that egg. The egg they laid in the Super Bowl.
Well, you don't want any of those loser hairs.
Get those split ends right out of here.
And but again, even if you're like, all right, this Chiefs team is not going to be quite as good, they still have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Andy Reid, double-digit wins, dating all the way back to 2014, and even then he was 9-7. even if Mahomes got banged up, like you gotta go back to the 2012 Dream Team Eagles where everything. Oh, Andy Reid was dealing with some personal tragedy. I mean,
We won't discuss
which unfortunately is a recurring theme, but 2012 was just a nightmare season for it finally kind of hit the wall there. He needed a fresh start. They let him go. But then after that, it's 11-5, 9-7. And then after that, straight 11, 10, 12, 14, 12, 11. And even in Alex Smith probably doesn't get enough credit because they were still like a pretty good team.
Yeah.
With Alex Smith there. They were a playoff caliber team.
Year.
When Mahomes got drafted, Alex Smith was still the starter all that whole season up until the last game. He was the Carson Wentz who came in and played the meaningless snaps. But Alex Smith had his best year because he was trying to stay ahead of Patrick Mahomes. And so he was throwing the deep ball and he was awesome. We just happened to lose to the Titans, and
that Mariota game was
Mariota's self pass. Shit like that happens to us when it used to, at least when we would lose.
Pre Mahomes.
Yeah.
About the ball did not bounce the right way. Now, is there any chance? Well, this is a stat we're talking about. The Chiefs are 0-1 in Super Bowls when Chiefaholic has been incarcerated. Now, Chiefaholic, who I'm a big fan of personally.
Did you see his documentary?
No, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, watch that.
If you don't know the story, it's the guy named Chiefaholic who would obviously massive Chiefs fan, would show up with this like wolf mask at the Chiefs games, then started robbing banks wearing the same mask. And then the craziest part was he would rob banks and then he used that money to put bets on the Chiefs. So he like robbed the bank for
MVP
for 100,000 and put it on Mahomes to win MVP.
Look, spoiler alert. The best part of that documentary is when you see him in a hotel room. He has put everything that he made off of all of his previous bank heists on the 2023 the Eagles Super Bowl.
Yes,
he
so
put
good.
everything on
I love this guy.
and he is so it's like uncut gems. If he doesn't get
what
shot,
a great sweat.
it's that moment of pure
Yeah.
gambling elation.
Dice in the air.
Yeah, and he you see it on his face, and you as a Chiefs fan,
Yeah.
you enjoy the moment with him.
Yeah, come on. What kind of governor you got over there? They can't let Chiefsaholic out for good behavior. Let him go to some games. This is cruel.
The reason he's in jail for so long is because they added the menacing the tellers with a gun.
It was a BB gun. Come on.
I felt, and maybe this is insensitive, but luckily I think this is the right crowd for this.
Yes.
I felt like they had a little bit too much trauma from that moment. Like it's a bank robbery. Everybody knows you just shut up, give them the money.
Yeah. The bank's money.
Yeah, come on. The real criminals are these banks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't get me started.
They really are shitty. There's a moment. I don't know if it made it into the documentary, but his attorney for Chiefsaholic was giving a press conference and he was doing all these football terms like this is a miscarriage of justice and we are going to get it to the end zone for him and his he used all these terms like
Squeezed
football
them
terms.
all in.
It was great.
He is the star of the documentary.
Oh, he seemed like a character.
Because the second half of the documentary, Chiefsaholic is on the run, even from the documentary crew. So,
this
watch
sounds
this
like
movie.
something we really have to get into, Sean.
Yes. And Robot Clock pointed out Andy Reid's son got commuted a little bit. Come on, no loves for Chiefaholic.
Well, Andy's a major Republican donor, I think.
So Chiefaholic, he's got to like start playing the game.
Yeah,
get some backing. All right, we're gonna get to the Chiefs schedule, walk through it, then talk best bets. Before we do, of course, shout out to mybookie.ag, your best bet when it comes to getting down on some action. Available in ton of locations. If you're sitting there listening to the show going, hey, I want to get down on what these guys are talking about, or these guys are idiots, I want to fade them. You can do both over at mybookie.ag. They have a 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions do apply. Easy deposit, but even easier withdrawal. Use that sweet cryptocurrency. Shout out to Bitcoin. And they get it to MyBookie Casino, the player prop. The prop builder on my bookie is really second to none. They offer a ton of action. Kramer, we got to get our Carson Steele first touchdown bet home. Carson Steele was a guest on the show a couple years ago.
Yeah, I love.
We've been pounding the table for him. They gave him a couple goal line carries. He hasn't got that touchdown yet. He's going to get it this year, and I'm going to be cashing in on it at mybookie.ag with the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Shout out to Rhythm. Just launched their new college football product. They've done a great job. MLB, WNBA, killing it with the props. But the college football season is here. They already have some week 0, some week 1 stuff out. Highly recommend getting over on Rhythm. Start building your own models. 7-day free trial. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/RITHMM. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/RITHMM. I like Orange Chicken pointing out you can't threaten people with a gun, even if it's a fake gun. All right, Orange Chicken. I'm sticking up for fellow diehard football fans. I know what he did was wrong.
What do you mean? All the time we say gun to your head.
That is true. I feel like he could learn his lesson in like 5 years. 5 years he's learned his lesson.
He's like in for 29. That's how bad his lawyer is.
His lawyer's really bad.
Do we know? Did the teller need menacing? Maybe she wasn't doing the thing where, hey, this isn't my money. It's not.
Hey,
it's the bank.
I've had some moments at the Bank of America tellers where I'm like, you're lucky this pen is on a chain because you're making me really
Any
mad.
chance she was from? Maybe she was a teller from Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Baltimore,
Right.
Oh,
a little salty.
One of those meteor cities.
All right, Kramer. What are the odds for the Chiefs? The win total? I'm sure it's super high. 11.5.
Wow, 11.5, Sean. But what's crazy is they're favored in 16 of these games, with the only time they're catching points on the road at Buffalo. In a I can only imagine will be a Nance and Tony Romo game.
Jim,
the Chiefs also
Tony Romo loves that.
They lose a road game, which not really a road game because it's the Chargers game.
Yeah, would have been a home game anyway.
They have to move the Chargers game to down to good old Brazil. I'm sure there'll be no issues with cleats or grass sliding.
I mean, I lost a home game with this.
Yeah,
I live to see this team, and I can't.
As a Chiefs fan, that would have been sweet to go to. Have you seen the Chiefs at SoFi?
We went as a podcast, Started with Football. Me and Dan and Jamel, we went for week 18 of last Super Bowl year, the Niners year. So I don't know how to say it in 23-24.
Yeah.
And we went for that last meaningless game that Patrick Mahomes also didn't start.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's great stadium.
Still fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. And we did mushrooms, so it was really fun.
There you go.
Open air. It's important for the mushroom.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a true dome.
You want to make sure you can smell the outside.
It is weird because people don't realize, or if they've never been in the stadium, it's like Chavez Ravine. It's sunken in, and you go down pretty far. You're almost in like a football basement. And then like the roof is almost at like street level. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, it's very cool. The concessions are great, and it's a really cool vibe. Really like an interesting view from every part of the stadium. So spend $60 and go see a shitty game at SoFi.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've liked the experience there.
Yeah, very, very nice. I was just there for some youth sports, but it was very electric. Middle of the road in terms of rest advantages. Schedule comes out somewhat difficult, but I think it generally is going to when your division has two teams that were in the playoffs last year. And as per usual, decent dose of primetime games, Sean. So, and I will say, just as a note, I didn't say much in the build up here, but I do. And I've already, we've already put on the board earlier today, but the Lions Chiefs parlay, division winning parlay that I'm running back. It does seem like we have some disrespect going on because the win total 11.5, -103 to the over, -122 to the under, make playoffs -400, miss 3-1. But the division price, Sean, how many times do we have to do this show? -110.
Thank you.
I fell off the wagon a little bit. I was like, ooh, Denver maybe. Ooh, Chargers. Could the Raiders do it?
I'm playing the upside on the Broncos, but Because
No, you're not.
What do you mean? We did the
I know
Denver
we did.
preview.
It's just we
How
talked about this.
How up is the upside? You think
420 for the conference and 850 for the
I
Super
like the
Bowl.
Broncos. I'm a Bo lever. That defense, Bo, they're in a good situation. But I'm not
Sure.
I will not
Sure.
be shitting on the Chiefs. And if you say, hey, you're getting the Kansas City Chiefs at -110, I think that's a pretty good price.
What was the price last year? Do you remember?
I mean, you have the
No, I know what it is.
it was probably -2 something,
Yeah.
225.
235.
235.
that's insane? I mean, just picture this in your mind. Like, say it out loud.
Yeah.
Even Patrick Mahomes road wild card game.
No. No. No.
You think that's gonna happen?
No.
Doesn't feel like Goodell will let that happen.
No. No. And they're pissed off.
No.
And Travis Kelce's lost some weight. He travels with his trainer whenever he's with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you think Taylor's gonna fly to fucking Buffalo?
No.
Again?
No. That's
All right.
embarrassing.
So has
To Baltimore?
Patrick Mahomes has he ever not won the division?
No.
Okay. This is the year. Bo Nix, let's go, baby.
I mean,
why is it -110? This is the freest
That's
money.
why it's a trap, right?
I'm telling you, I'm getting this parlayed in with other stuff. All right, so let's go through the schedule. First four, as we mentioned, they lose a road home game in Los Angeles to be played in Brazil. I guess football does good numbers in Brazil. They're really going for it. Then they come home to take on the Eagles, which, wow, right after the Brazil game. So hopefully there's no issues with water or the turf or cleats. And then across to the Meadowlands, where the Giants have sometimes played the Chiefs tough, and then the Ravens. That's very difficult start to the schedule here.
yeah, this is the hard
Ravens
part.
at home.
And unfortunately, we won't have Rashee Rice for probably at least up until the Baltimore, if not the Detroit
4 to
game.
6.
Yeah.
Probably.
Would be my guess. I don't see it going to 8. It just seems. I mean, he didn't kill anybody.
I read. So based on
That is like the optimist. Come on, he didn't kill anyone.
kill
I mean, Ray
anybody.
Rice killed guys.
Sean,
Allegedly.
there's not a very long list of people who have gotten longer than 6 games.
No, he's not
suspensions.
getting 6.
And so-
It's 4 to 6.
Well, I think based on some of the comps, they're saying this one will probably be 6.
Okay.
Yeah, because Addison got 3, and he was just drunk.
He just
driving.
fell asleep. He
Yeah.
got a little
No, he just had
sleepy.
a
Yeah.
pet emergency or whatever. He was
That was his other unrelated issue.
yeah, it wasn't.
Supposedly.
I mean, I would love 4. I don't think there's ever been a 5, but
No,
who knows?
no.
There's never, there used to be 16 games only, so it was a weird number to shoehorn
There's
in.
a
Maybe
PR
5 out of 17.
There's a PR element here too.
Right.
Like Mahomes he's got to do a little bit of time.
Well, and we need to make sure everybody, such as Sean, believes that everything's above board and there's no game
Yeah.
rigging.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say that I'm going to say he's coming back at the Vegas Raiders game.
Oh, okay.
That's my
6
guess.
is
Which is good. Ramp them up.
And honestly, there is an element of like, yeah, who the fuck cares? You're the Chiefs. You're going to be winning this division and getting in the playoffs. So now he just is resting up and giving Worthy more time to become the dude. And so first 4, I mean, there are a lot of losable. They're not losing the Brazil game. I think I'm just going to start handicapping these fields where if you require push in your offense, I don't like it as much. And so I worry about Justin Herbert. This is basically a primetime type game, playoff type game.
And he's going to show it this season. We were just talking about it
before the show. Yeah, I was saying to Danny, talking about the QB rankings. He feels like Mahomes even gets a little bit of shit, which, as outsiders, the Mahomes glazing feels like nonstop.
Shit away then.
But Justin Herbert being higher than Jalen Hurts that's where I draw the line where I got to speak up. I see something, say something, and that is too much. Now, Kramer, we have this listed as -2.5 for the Chiefs. I think this is 3. This has moved a little bit because of the
numbers
the
maybe
Slater,
a couple weeks old.
Well, the Slater, them losing their left tackle, I think is
not
big.
good.
not that I was going to be on the fence, but yeah, I'm going to be all over the Chiefs week 1 there.
Do you think Vegas is already assuming the Rashee Rice suspension, or if
Yeah.
that comes down, it'll move again?
Yeah, no, I don't think Rashee Rice is a guy that'll move the number.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I mean, if you want hot takes right away, like you're talking about Xavier Worthy, and I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it if he was the amazing player that you're describing. Rashee Rice is that guy for me. He's going to get so many targets. He was on pace for 100+.
He's so good, and I was out on him this year for like fantasy stuff because 1, he's coming back from that injury, and then 2, I thought he was. Oh, I always thought he was going to miss some time. People are like, "Oh, it's a legal process; they can draw it out." But it was like it happened a while ago. They're going to get him eventually. But yeah, you're right. Like he's a very good receiver, and if he's healthy and fully functioning with Xavier Worthy, they don't need shit from Travis Kelce, or they don't need at least what they normally needed from him. So
I mean, if anything, Rice was the key to unlocking the offense. Like the last time we saw this offense operating at its highest level, it was because of Rashee Rice. So I agree with Sean. He's not worth anything to the point spread, but I also agree with what you said. He's very
Danny's
key to the
right.
offense. Well, no, I don't think the number moves.
No,
if we know it, like regardless of Rashee Rice playing, but I do think that if you're betting on the Chiefs, you
feel a lot better if Rashee Rice
having him there is I think it's just for whatever reason they haven't been able to find someone to fill that role, and Worthy doesn't really fill that role either.
And shout out to the chat. I may have confused Ray Rice with Ray Lewis.
Oh no,
Ray Rice.
He did some stuff.
I mean, they're both Baltimore Ravens guys who did well. Ray Lewis, I ultimately think, was just around the situation, and I don't think he was actually the one using the screwdriver. You can do your own Googling, but Ray Rice was pretty cowardly knocking that chick out. So yes, I'm not going to apologize to Ray Rice, but I was incorrect there with confusing those two gentlemen. Kramer, what are you doing this first 4 games?
I was just getting rid of this white suit with blood all over it. I was just throwing it in a dumpster. What do you mean?
Everyone throws out suits in dumpsters.
Yeah, come on. I mean, Ray Lewis is again totally just the screwdriver. He found it. Then blood all over the suit somehow. If they start it, all right. So if you believe them, they're very, very fired up, right?
Yeah.
Get to it, which means they'll win the first game and the second game. Yeah, they're going to beat the Eagles. 100%.
I'm interested in that. I'm interested in hearing more about
after
that.
after their full release.
We're coming off long rest. You're coming off from Brazil.
That's true. I think there are a lot of disadvantages.
Long rest.
I mean, I think
not as long though.
Yeah, but still on longer than normal rest.
Okay, Eagles get an extra. No, but you're playing the game Friday in Brazil. You're not getting back to like Saturday ish. Meanwhile, Eagles, they're done whooping the Cowboys' ass Thursday night. They're resting. They're recovering. They're getting their game plan going. And if you think they're
assuming there's no injuries.
Last time we were in KC, we put it on you guys.
I do think it's. I mean, it was. Was that the Kadarius Toney callback? All right, so let's not even.
I'll go 3-1 here. I think they win the home games and drop the road game.
It's tough. I mean,
the Giants is the slip up game.
3-1.
Honestly, I out of all of these, I think the Giants is possible. And I know I know we're gonna go 3-1, but it's honestly between Philly, Baltimore, and the Giants because the line is gonna be young, still starting out in the season.
And that pass rush, baby.
We've got a vulnerability there, and it's either the Eagles or the Giants who can exploit it.
Now that rookie left tackle, I think ends up being a boon for you guys, assuming he stays healthy and the medical works out, which it seems like it's clear. But also, it's still a rookie left tackle, and for a rookie left tackle, I have the same handicap of the guy that the Patriots drafted, super high up there. I think if you're a rookie left tackle, there's gonna be a learning curve. Like it's pretty rare. Tristan Wirfs was like the only one that came to mind of like a left tackle as a rookie that kind of hit the ground running. And even that was probably partially because of the offense that Tom Brady ran. He was older. He was like obsessed with getting the ball out super quick, didn't want to get hit. And even that team that ended up winning the Super Bowl, they started out pretty slow in that season. So I do think if you're starting a rookie left tackle, that could create some issues.
And at one thing, and this is not even my analysis, this is our mutual Eagles fan friend, Dan Hardigan.
Shout out to Hardigan.
He believes that there's some losses on the Eagles D line that might affect the pass rush because you've got a lot more smaller, faster guys and not a lot of those big, beefy Brandon Graham types anymore. You lost Milton Williams. There's like a lot different. It's not that wave after wave of ass kickers that it was in the Super Bowl.
So I would say yes, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. You're losing a decent amount of production there, but I would say
and bigger dudes,
bigger guys. But this creates a massive opportunity for Nolan Smith, who I think finished the season super strong, had a very good playoff. And then you look at Ojomo and Jalex Hunt, who have been dominating in camp and done really well in these preseason. I think this is creating some opportunities for these young guys. And Jalen Carter, I think, is set to have a dominating season. I mean, towards the second half of the season, he was playing every snap. So it'll be interesting. I'm more worried, if we're being candid here, about the Eagles' second cornerback and or the safety opposite Reed Blankenship. I'm less worried about the D line. I'm more worried about the second cornerback and the safety opposite Reed Blankenship, because I think those. Now, Vic Fangio, I trust him to scheme up and hide the weaknesses and put those guys in good situation. And you see Quinyon Mitchell. There's a lot of discussion about him trailing or following your best receiver, and when they play the Chiefs, only having to deal with Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think that's going to be a nice plus for them. But maybe Kelce or maybe some of these ancillary guys that you guys will miss.
Don't call Juju Smith-Schuster an ancillary guy.
You will miss. I think, to your point, you would have wanted Rashee Rice for that week too. Again, assuming he's healthy too. Like, the injury thing is part of it. So,
but you actually have talked me into the Giants being my one loss in the first 4 games.
Abdul Carter going to be a problem.
Well,
Josh Simmons opted out of playing against Penn
Simmons
State
is big
because he was scared of Abdul Carter in college.
It is a look ahead towards the Ravens, and it's right after an emotional.
And I think they beat the Ravens.
Right after an emotional, it's right after the Eagles Super Bowl rematch. So when you see a dog shit team like the Giants, it's going to be tough to get up, and that could be tricky. They probably do end up winning, but I'll go 3-1 because they're gonna. Eagles have their number.
We do know Russ better than anyone knows Russ.
So the Ravens play the Bills, Lions, and Chiefs 3 of the first 4 games. There are some amazing early season football games. Yeah. Okay, so maybe all right. Let's get at Jacksonville, which weird stuff always happens.
Kramer's really into the Jags.
I'm intrigued.
How do you guys have all these home games?
And this is Monday night.
I think we have the same amount as everyone.
No, I know, but you look at the start though.
They're all good ones.
They have 9 home games and 7 true road games.
Yeah.
So this is how you frame it. You go in the first 8 games, they only go on the road
twice.
A true road game twice.
Detroit, Las Vegas, and Washington. All at home. Detroit is Sunday night. Washington is Monday night. So we have 3 primetime games here with Jacksonville, Detroit, and Washington, and then a Raiders game jammed in there. That
Raiders.
Yeah.
Are they going to have your number now that Antonio Pierce is gone?
Antonio Pierce was actually at Chiefs camp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
well,
bad.
He played on the Spags. Defense.
Yeah, they're buddies. So it's all cool, but he's obviously giving us all the Raiders secrets. Not that we need them. I mean, I don't like if you want to tickle the Broncos balls because of the defense and and Bo Nix. If you want to say Justin Herbert just needs his shining moment in the sun and he could do it. He's got the power, but nobody should say shit. Don't talk about the Raiders to me at all.
Well, the Raiders need to bring back the Mahomes puppet. That really was
that worked out well.
Yeah,
I will say
stadium victory lap.
Yeah, I've kind of been on a roller coaster with the Raiders, but I do think I still think the idea that they're a little bit feisty, certainly ATS, but yeah, they're not
Well,
winning.
yeah, I
they're not
mean,
winning the game.
I might take the Raiders in the points in that game because 9.5 is a lot for a division game, and Gino has a decent floor, but it's tough at this moment to give them a victory over the Chiefs in Arrowhead. I think is being a little bit foolish. Now at Jacksonville after the Ravens game, that's not an easy spot. Super humid down there.
It'll be hot. You're right.
Detroit at home. That's an interesting matchup for them.
They certainly have
Aiden Hutchinson.
some tricky
Goff,
home games.
Goff is bad on the road.
That is true.
So I think we got
Outside.
lucky with some of this stuff. Washington, the Commanders. I almost said the R word. The Commanders are really the wild card to me. That like I don't know what they're going to be. They could be better than you guys. I mean, they could.
They're not, but they could. Sure, anything's possible. And I would say for you, I thought a lot of smoke. I think, and we just did the Washington preview. Jaden Daniels, hats off. I think he is good, but they are the classic. Everything broke right for them. The 1-score games, the turnovers, the Hail Mary wins, like everything bounced their way. Where you could kind of say some of this for the Chiefs, but also the Chiefs have the history of Mahomes and Andy Reid. I don't tip my hat to Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn the same way I would to Andy Reid. Now maybe they end up building to that point.
If you were making an all-star pairing of coaches that might have some variance year to year,
I'm holding my hat. I'm not going to tip that thing for them, but
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, this is in some ways it's easy to get there here because whether it's one of those home games or they're not going to win them all.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Whoa!
Because I think this is the stretch where we might be vulnerable to a couple of losses. Because if you look after the bye, and spoiler alert that we're gonna talk about, there's not a loss there. I don't see a single. Like, are you seeing it? So it's gotta be here.
I see
it's
one.
Gotta be in this mix.
I see one.
Worried about having too many wins, so just loading up on a couple extra ones early, Sean.
Okay.
Next.
I'll take Danny's lead, and I'll take 2-2.
Wow. See, I almost okay.
No, but maybe 3-1.
I'm at 6-2.
Yeah, I think 5-3 is the absolute floor.
We learned a long time ago that the water in Kansas City, in fact, does cure the hangover. Especially the way they're talking.
I'll go 2-2. They got some wins.
And I keep saying it, but it really does feel like people have they're just putting the Bills, the Ravens, the Bengals into the conversation first. Fantasy perspective, Patrick Mahomes is like QB6. Like, yeah, I'm not going to draft him, but he's being drafted with Baker Mayfield and Bo Nix. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So Travis Kelce does look good again at Buffalo. This is the one time they're an underdog all season.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Heading into the buyout, and that is a tricky stretch when you kind of add Buffalo to that Detroit, Vegas, Washington home stretch, and then right into Buffalo. So maybe they're vulnerable in that Washington game. Buffalo bye week at Denver, Indy. Who knows who will be playing quarterback at that point? Probably Riley Leonard, and then you have the Cowboys on
pretty square
on Thanksgiving. Only primetime game here is the Dallas game, which you just circle that and say win. Do they lose the Bills game?
We always do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just every season you can put that in pen. It's always because we're holding back. I mean, I know that maybe we don't know everything.
Yeah.
But it's not really like that. But like we don't, because we always see them in the playoffs. It's happened 4 out of the last 6 seasons.
They do a good job of winning in the regular season and losing in the playoffs.
That's
and then
our strategy.
Denver,
they're going to lose there. Unfortunately.
And just so after the bye,
yeah.
Andy
Reid after the bye, you motherfuckers talked to the league office and said make at Denver.
Are you sure?
We have to play Denver twice.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, I mean, they have their chance.
Yeah, but Andy Reid off the bye. God damn it.
I mean, he scouts better than anybody, and by then we'll know a lot about Denver. I like that we're playing them both times in the second half of the season.
3-1.
Kramer 3-1. bringing it to 9-3. Danny, you're sitting at 5-3. What do you do here?
I think when we lose to Buffalo before the bye, we're 5-4, and suddenly the whole nation is creaming its jeans. They love the fact that we're losing. They're thinking this is the end of the dynasty. They're going full coward in both senses of the word.
Oh yeah.
And then we rattle off a bunch of victories in a row, as all of our best teams usually do.
I love that narrative. Just 7 in a row.
Yeah.
There is going to be a time where people will be like, "Oh, are the Chiefs washed?"
What will the price be on the Chiefs at that moment?
I'm not betting the Chiefs now to win the Super Bowl because I think the odds will be better by the bye week.
It's a sharp
that?
move.
All right, let's get it on the calendar. Week 9, after they lose to the Bills, we're going to bet on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. That's the plan.
I got a team that kicked their ass in the Super Bowl that I might want to bet on.
It's called adding to the portfolio.
Yeah,
I understand. Sean won't.
You got to have a couple losers in that portfolio.
Sean will have one bet.
So Danny, what are you doing here? What's the number?
It's 3-1. It's
3-1.
the Buffalo game and then hot streak.
All right. Well, so
Kramer,
we're both,
you're already 3-1.
We're both at 9 and.
You're at 9-3. Danny's at 8-4. I'm sitting at 5-3, and I'm debating in this 4-game stretch. Obviously, Indy, Dallas, you like their spots there. Buffalo, I was kind of on the you go either way.
Colts do always. The Colts Chiefs games are always weird.
You're right. I can't picture it.
There is something
quarterback
weird about
room,
that one.
but we lost to Matt Ryan, so I can't really
He was
say
dead
there's.
as fuck.
I
They've
mean,
had dead ass quarterbacks for a couple of years.
They do figure us out for some reason.
And the city used the tragic magic on the Pacers, so the Colts aren't getting any of that love.
I will go. If I go 2-2, that's 7-5. That's a little.
This feels a little aggressive.
I'll go 3-1. 3-1 in this section. I got him 8-4. Kramer 9-3. Danny also 8-4.
Yep.
So I'm in line with the Chiefs fan. That's crazy.
All right,
for now.
Closing it out. Extended rest coming off the Thanksgiving game. We'll take on Houston. Then the Chargers come to town. Justin Herbert outdoors. Both of those teams outdoors at that point. I'm gonna like the Chiefs at Tennessee. Maybe Cam Ward has figured something out at this point, or maybe they're gonna get their ass beat. Denver comes to town, and then at Vegas. Sean, what weekend is that? Because the Chiefs fans, I'm sure, will be out there. That might be New Year's.
That's true. Yeah.
Because week 17 is the Christmas week, I believe.
That is. I didn't even see that on the schedule actually, and think about that for some reason. But yeah, that's just a quick 45-minute flight on over to the Allegiant Stadium, which I've not been to yet.
Oh, nice!
And maybe we'll have nothing to play for, and it'll be the Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. There you go. A little. I mean, he's going to be working on and off the field out in Vegas. Denver's the Thursday night game, also. If you want to tilt it, I mean, Denver really got hosed in the Kansas City games. You get them off a bye.
Andy Reid off a bye and on the road Thursday night.
I mean, Sean, are you going to file the complaint with the league office?
It's fucking Goodell.
That's. I mean, I'll bleep that out of the podcast.
Yeah, I do support our commissioner Kramer. You're 9-3. What are you doing here? Because this is where the rubber hits the road.
No, and the Denver game is Christmas.
Yeah.
And we've never lost on Christmas.
I did say you got to fade the home teams for the holidays.
You did say that.
4-1.
4-1. Okay, so you have them going 13-4.
All right, 3-2.
3-2. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Where are the two? Yeah. I mean, I get.
Yeah,
one.
you're right. 4-1. What am I doing?
I'm pandering. You can go back. There are better teams we could lose to. Even the Indy pick is better than any of these.
I'm pandering.
I think that
they might not need that last game. You're right.
And the Raiders aren't going to give them the game that they want.
Pete Carroll will absolutely win a meaningless game.
It's possible.
You know what I mean? Like, if Pete Carroll says, "I don't care if the game's meaningless. We're going for the win." Yeah. You know what? All right, 3-2.
3-2.
We talked it out.
Oh man, I'm debating because I think that Houston game at home, Texans played them tough. I mean, even in that playoff game, they were hanging around.
We beat them twice last season.
Sure, but what was? Did you kick their ass in the playoffs? No, the playoffs.
No,
it was
close-ish. I think we
closer
were
than we expected.
We were always up like, enough
Houston
to
was
feel
surprising.
comfortable.
Yeah, it was surprising.
It was basically a decimation of the Houston offensive line was the difference in the game.
Yeah, Kramer
And Kelce going for 120 yards.
What happened?
Well, you love the angle of fade the home team. Oh, that's right. Steelers were at home for Christmas. I thought the Texans game was Christmas, and they did put it on the Steelers there, 29-10.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Man, Chargers at home, but then that means they sweep the Chargers. Chargers will play a competitive game and cover that spread, but God, Herbert's not winning.
I guess maybe if I think back, maybe I don't. I might have had the Chargers chop that up, so I might actually.
You do like that catchphrase, Ryan?
There may be another loss in there, but yeah, I think I'll just throw a meaningless loss at the end and say 3-2. So it's
3-2.
Yeah, I think, and that's with knowing that it's a throwaway loss.
Danny, what are you doing here? You going 5-0?
It's 5-0.
5-0.
Because I think, and this is a hat tip to your Broncos theory, is that maybe someone in the division makes it interesting enough.
Yeah.
That we need that last game.
All right, I can't go full suck off at 5-0, but I can give them 4-1 because those are 3 games at Arrowhead in December and January.
I'm back to 4-1. I'm back to 4.
Yeah.
This is why we call him Ryan Waffle Kramer. The waffling just never stops. So
well, I realized it would be easier to give myself some outs if I had the Chiefs and Jags tied at 13-4 in terms of top overall seed.
So okay, that is heavy on the Jags. I could see a world.
Really jagging off this season.
No, he loves it. He's a huge jag off. All right, we're going to talk about our favorite bets for your 2025 Kansas City Chiefs. Before we do, shout out to Circa Millions and Circa Survivor, the biggest football contest in the world. 15 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor. Danny, have you ever played Survivor? Any versions of it?
No, I haven't been in a Survivor League yet, and I would love to. So hit me up. I'll spend more money.
I mean, Circuit Survivor. There's going to be like 20. It's 15 million guaranteed, but they're going to.
How about 100,000?
Yeah, there is a Circuit Grandissimo 100,000 entry fee. They're up to I think they're like 16 entries right now. So.
My prediction was 37.5. And Sean, what was yours? 17.
No, I said like 9. I said 20s.
Okay.
So low 20s.
They're going to destroy that.
It does seem like they're on pace.
Yet.
You're right, and I do think if you're playing $100,000 contest, you're waiting to the last minute. Who needs to give them the money early? And then Circa Million, where you pick 5 teams against the spread. Fun contest to do with your buddies, your group chat, whatever it is. Get in. These contests are a ton of fun. You can come hang out with us. We'll be out there. Ultimate Contest Weekend, August 21st to the 23rd. You can book your room and save 15%. Promo code SGP15. And when playing the contests, unless you live in Nevada, and even then I would still recommend getting a proxy because you sign up in Nevada and you can play from anywhere. Our official proxy is over at footballcontest.com. And when you use the promo code SGP, you get $50 off the proxy fees. That's a huge savings, especially if you're only playing a couple entries. Footballcontest.com, promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Underdog. Best Ball Mania is happening. Love Best Ball Mania. Fantasy is fun, but the managing of the leagues, the arguing with people about trades, that is annoying. And Best Ball is the best way, in my mind, to play fantasy football. You draft the teams, you set it. Underdog plays your best lineups every time, and then at the end of the year, you see, hey, how much did you cash? How far did you go? And of course, $15 million in prizes for Best Ball Mania, $25 entry fee, including $2 million to first, $1 million to second place, and you get a deposit match up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, you officially clocked in with the Kansas City Chiefs at 13-4. I'm going to put you 13-4. I'm going to put you over 11.5 wins. What other bets are you betting on? It sounds like you like the AFC West at -110 for the division, correct?
Yeah, so 2 unit banger on the Lions and Chiefs parlayed.
Lions, AFC North, Chiefs, AFC West parlay.
I just realized the satchel was over here, so I'll get to the exact price.
Now, what's that price? I feel like we did this same bit on the Lions episode.
We did. and we're gonna go back to it. I got all the tickets in here. Josh Sweat, 500-1 defensive player of the year.
Almost happened.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna happen this year. It's gonna. All right, here we go. It's
plus 350.
Plus 350. There you go.
Nice. Any other player prop stuff you like?
You can't really, in my opinion, unless you're gonna play Kelce stuff, which I am not. I don't know how you play any of the player stuff.
I mean, for me,
the division price is ridiculous. I don't even like that. I don't love the conference or Super Bowl as much, but the division price is ridiculous. Even if you're high on these other teams, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, Danny.
We just walked through the schedule. It's ridiculous.
The schedule
casually got to 13-4.
The schedule, considering
with regression.
And it's better than last year's schedule was, and we went 15-2, 15-1, and then
and then here's a win.
Yeah,
here, have a win, Bo Nix.
For me, I like
your stats a little bit.
I like playing the Xavier Worthy upside. I'm going to be all in on Xavier Worthy. We'll start.
What's the upside though? Like, are you playing like division yards or something crazy like that?
Yeah, so I'll starting with just the simple Xavier Worthy over 800 and let's see, what is it? 875 and
yards?
a half yards. Yes.
That's a good play.
Thank you. That's an easy play for me. And then I do think, to your point, Ryan, now I also like Ladd McConkey for some of this division stuff, although most of my Ladd stuff I bought pre Keenan Allen signing, which as much as Keenan Allen is probably kind of washed to a certain degree.
He had what do we 8 touchdowns last year?
No, he was productive. I'm just saying, like the idea of the problem with the Chargers offense is they run the ball a bunch. So if you have Ladd McConkey was their only legit receiver pre Keenan Allen, and so him getting all the workload, I was much higher on the upside case for him. But now that you unfortunately bring in Keenan Allen, I'm a little less excited about the Ladd McConkey stuff, but I still like it for Xavier Worthy. So yeah, give me Xavier Worthy. I'll go lead the division in receiving yards at plus 320.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And then just in case it all hits for Xavier Worthy, and he has a year 2 Tyreek Hill type season.
No way. Offensive player of the year
at 125-1. Although I got to shop that. I feel like Xavier Worthy could have an awesome year.
Rashee Rice is too good, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Rashee Rice starts in game 7. Ideally, that feels like maybe later, but maybe week 7. Now he's pretty far behind in any of the counting stats and that other stuff, and it might take him a little bit. I think. Will I be playing Rashee Rice stuff in the playoffs? Yes, assuming he looks good coming back from that injury. But he's also coming back from the injury and having all this time off, where Xavier Worthy's building a ton of chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. There is an upside case for Xavier Worthy having an awesome year this year.
Again, that would be great. I do think that once because Andy Reid has a plan. He's always thinking about the long game. I think he knows how to handle this Rashee Rice suspension and what the offense is going to be when he gets back. And I think the idea last year and the idea this year, because they're just running back the offense with Rashee Rice in it, is let's just make him the center, like what Kelce was. Let's just make him the guy, the go-to guy.
Based on camp, there's a lot of that.
And he looks good on the repaired ligament. He looks fine, and he's just going to have more time to rest that.
I see the chat, Making Bacon, our favorite New Zealand butcher. He wants to know, how are Mahomes' ankles this season? Is he running, gunning and running? I mean, for me, and feel free to hop in, Danny, I love playing the Mahomes rushing touchdowns in the playoffs in those must-win games. I'm still so pissed at myself. I did not play him to have multi-touchdowns in that AFC Conference Championship game or whatever the playoff game where he had 2 rushing touchdowns. It was 100-1. I'm like, God damn it. He always runs in the playoffs and or big game. So At Buffalo, I probably would be playing a Mahomes anytime rushing touchdown, but he uses it sparingly. I mean, doesn't that seem like the case?
He's a throw first quarterback. He wants to make the big completion, but he's had to settle the last few years, and I think he's got blue balls.
Yeah,
and I think he wants that deep ball
wants
again.
to rip it, and
he's
that
pissed.
Xavier Worthy
And Matt Nagy too, who was kind of doing his thing that he was doing in Chicago, which got him flamed out as a head coach. So, he's trying to adjust to these too high schemes and everything like that. This year, after this humiliation that may or may not have happened, I haven't watched the Super Bowl yet, but
just blacked it out.
But I think everyone agrees, let's throw the ball deep as much as possible and see what happens.
So
that's offense. That's modern offense.
Yeah.
Danny, I have you down for over 11.5 wins. I assume I can put you down for the AFC West at -110.
And without a doubt.
Now,
and then tack on like Ryan's idea of parlaying that with another division winner that's a certainty. I would actually say Tampa Bay more than the Lions.
Okay. Kramer, maybe see if you can get us a price on Bucks to win the NFC South, parlayed with Chiefs to win the AFC West. That's probably around 3-1. I mean, Bucks feel like pretty close. Weren't they pretty close to like even -110?
Yeah, they're both. They're both probably around that price. So.
Yeah, so kind of close.
I'll
to your
price
Lions.
it out though. Here we go.
Lions, Chiefs, maybe a little shorter there, 3-1. Do you go conference, Danny? Do you go Super Bowl? Or any props you like? You are a little suspicious or superstitious, maybe not.
Yeah,
jinx it.
I think I want to get the better price on the Super Bowl and on the conference when people start doubting us mid-season. Because
that's good advice.
Well, you're not getting a discount at this point. And honestly, like, hey, if they start out 6-2, 7-1, their conference price is not going to go that much lower than +420 because I'm sure the Ravens, I'm sure the Bills are going to be having decent records. Like you're not getting a discount preseason.
The thing is, in everyone's,
except with the division or the win total, depending on where you're at.
As much gas as people want to blow out on their podcasts and on their TV shows, and every debater wants to jerk off on the idea that the Chiefs are done. In your deepest, darkest heart, know that the whole conference goes through Kansas City. And probably the league. So
it's true.
You just can't. You like it's good until we start showing real weakness, which is 4 wins in the first or 4 losses in the first 9 games. I don't think that that price is going to change. People believe that we are probably going to win. They would just like other teams to win.
There is a bit of wish casting with fading the Chiefs, and ultimately glad that I will be on the over at 11.5 wins.
So
and the Xavier Worthy stuff. 12-5 feels about right because 15-2. It's like everything has to break right, and they could be a better team and be 12-5. I don't think that's crazy.
Also, and nobody talks about the defense too, which I feel like it has been a really important part of the team. I mean, I know that Mahomes has to chuck it more, and I actually think this is a bounce back, like yards wise. I think the counting stats are going to be better for Mahomes this season, and he's going to throw less interceptions. So
and they just they extended Karlaftis, who's been a nice pickup for them. Him and Chris Jones, obviously dominant there.
Big reason why we win these close games is those guys.
Yeah.
And Chris Jones had a down year as far as the sacks go, and I think he wants a little bit of this comeback season narrative. And I also think Trent McDuffie they're going to move him back into the slot. We got Christian Fulton to play on the outside, so he's going to be locking people down more than he was last year, and I think he might get more picks.
The Kramer, you had mentioned.
Sorry, just adding it to the calendar. November 2nd, 5:30 p.m. is going to be a bet Kansas City to win the AFC.
All right. Now, Kramer, you had mentioned you were skeptical, obviously, of Cam Ward or Offensive Rookie of the Year, and we've discussed a bunch of different options. Is there a world? Now, this feels a little crazy, but where the left tackle does hit the ground running, the Chiefs do what the Chiefs do. They rip off a bunch of wins, and it's obvious Mahomes has more time. And the narrative is so easy, right? Because, oh, look, the Super Bowl, they got their ass kicked because they couldn't block anyone. oh, now they have this left tackle and they can block people.
Are you suggesting a offensive tackle wins offensive rookie of the year?
It would be pretty crazy, but I think if there ever is a team or a scenario,
100-1 protector of the year.
I mean,
100-1 protector.
oh,
of
now
the
what's
year.
his offensive?
That's the thing is like,
I don't think he's listed.
Yeah,
I think
that's the problem.
I think it's hard to win protector of the year because of, they want
need to learn
it's
your
the
name.
It's the first season with that as a award.
So I'll disagree though. It's Mahomes left tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters who it is if he's good, and the story of him being this rookie who's overcoming it, whatever. I actually think Mahomes is one of the very, very, very short list of guys, and it's like a top talent. He went to Ohio State. He was kind of like he was mock draft to the Chiefs a lot, so people knew who he was, or maybe that's just people like
Josh,
me who stare at the fucking mock. But I think the idea that Josh Simmons, if you like that angle, I do think we don't have no clue what protector of the year is going to mean.
Well,
are they going to reward a line? Are they going to reward a guy? Is it just going to be an offense? Like, to your point, their line was the reason they lost the Super Bowl. So if he's this new anchor on it, I think that's going to be an amazing piece.
You'd have to hope for a few of the favorites to flame out. I think, if Ashton Genty isn't that good.
I'm betting this protector of the year.
Well, Ryan, offensive rookie of the year is 300-1
for Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is listed.
Yeah.
That's more likely than, because you're going up against guards too and centers, and I mean he might lose to Creed Humphrey on his own team.
Protector of the year, I feel like they're going to make it it's like when the Oscar for someone who's had a great career, like they're going to give it to a big name offensive lineman
for the first one,
and it's other offensive linemen that are voting. There's no way they fucking hate rookies. They're not going to give it to him. I actually think he's got a better chance to win offensive rookie of the year. Now, I don't think he's going to win either, but if you're telling me an offensive lineman wins for the first time,
no,
this is a narrative that I could see happening.
It's the only narrative I've ever heard of that makes any sense.
So Sean, Creed Humphrey at Circus 27-1 in protector of the year.
Yeah.
When we were out there later this week, I'm getting Benson to list Josh Simmons, and I'm taking him protector of the year.
Really? Okay.
Write it down. 100-1. We'll
protector of the year.
Yeah, I actually like that narrative a lot. I like that a lot. Now you're probably right. Maybe it's Creed Humphrey, but just like in fantasy, Sean, you don't draft the running back with the high ADP. You take the guy who plays in the same backfield with the 50% workload, who's getting drafted 4 rounds later.
You basically know
and the
you're
guy
going to
who plays
lose.
left tackle. Wait, who's on the left side?
On the left side
Is it Humphrey or Simmons?
It's Humphrey's the center. And then Kingsley Suamataia moved to left guard, and then it's Simmons.
So he's playing left tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I love this.
Simmons is the starting left tackle and has been unquestionably since the beginning of training camp.
Who's
Which
the
was
right
so
tackle? Who was I? Juwan Taylor.
Juwan Taylor, who's a disgrace.
Got it.
Circa has him offensive rookie of the year 80-1.
Where?
But no,
Josh
they're
Simmons.
buying into this,
and that's
narrative.
a sharp shot, Ryan. I will say.
Well, they do have Andrew Thomas moved down in protector of the year to 44.
I'll throw
Some
five.
of us have
I'll throw
145.
I'll throw $10 on Josh Simmons, offensive rookie of the year,
Take
at
both of them.
300-1.
So it's just the cost of a bouquet of flowers for Tess.
Yes, exactly.
Sure,
for my wife,
but
she'd rather sweat out offensive rookie of the year.
They made an offensive lineman award. They're not going to give one the rookie of the year.
He probably.
But write me down for protector of the year, 100-1.
Okay.
That's my favorite bet.
Maybe he wins them both.
They're both
The rare
dumb bets.
protector double.
Good times, a lot of fun. Danny, thanks for hopping in. Appreciate you coming over, chopping things up. Sorry, we love football. Where are you guys?
Don't be
Spotify,
sorry.
YouTube, Substack.
Yeah, go to our Substack. That's the new thing. YouTube at Sorry We Love Football. It's just a good time. It's basically like this except without the gambling and maybe just kind of dirtier shit generally.
Ooh.
There you go.
So a lot more Justin Tucker.
Get into the weeds. Kramer, well, tomorrow night we got the pack break there at 7:00 and team preview. We got
so if you are watching on YouTube right now,
Yes.
we have the you will see us do the Bills on Tuesday morning, pack break Tuesday night, Eagles preview Wednesday afternoon, and then preseason picks Wednesday night, Then we go off to Vegas. If you're listening on the podcast, slightly out of order, this is the Chiefs. So Chiefs is coming out. After the pack break. So the pack break has already happened if you're listening on the podcast feed. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And my wife just texted me that Taylor showed up on the New Heights podcast.
Yeah,
teasing
finally.
a new album release. Distraction alert.
I saw that they made a thumbnail with a surprise guest in the middle.
You could see the hairline.
It was very clearly not. It was all right. This is a female. I wonder what this is. Also, like, how often are they putting the work to make a thumbnail for a surprise guest?
Oh, there you go. Check out the New Heights show. I guess they got enough downloads. They don't need fucking Taylor Swift.
Why are you plugging other podcasts, Sean?
I was just I would mention it as a potential distraction for our fellow podcaster, Travis Kelce. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Chiefs are good again, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution. I'm wet.
Wah, 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 wah.